Thank you. We are switching gears now, beginning this morning, continuing coverage from overseas in Ukraine. Tensions are continuing to rise after a NATO summit yesterday, where leaders decided against enforcing a no-fly zone in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky took to Facebook today to call NATO leaders weak, but President Joe Biden remains firm in his position that the United States will not engage with Russia in a war. As Russian President Vladimir Putin says, he has no bad intentions toward neighboring countries.
A message to Moscow, outreach to Russia's neighbors. President Biden on the phone today with Poland's president and in the Oval Office with Finland's leader.
We usually don't start wars.
Finland, long a neutral buffer between Russia and the West, today coordinating with President Biden against Putin's unprovoked war.
We're committed to helping Ukraine defend itself.
The White House is under bipartisan pressure to turn up the pain on Putin by blocking Russian oil sales.
I'm all for that. Ban it.
Ban the oil.
Ban the oil coming from Russia. Yep.
We need to stop buying Russian oil and gas. We need to produce more here at home.
Today, the administration said it's considering some form of Russian ban.
We are looking at options that we can take right now if we were to cut the U.S. consumption of Russian energy.
Imported Russian oil makes up only about 3 to 4% of what is used in the U.S. But Secretary of State Blinken cautioned that any ban could push already climbing gas prices even higher. AAA says nationwide a gallon jumped 11 cents overnight, the highest one-day increase since 2016.
There's no strategic interest in reducing the global supply of energy. The immediate effect would be to raise prices at the pump for Americans.
Officials also say a ban may not harm Russia if it can sell that oil elsewhere.
A Cleveland native is helping police in Kyiv, Ukraine. Mike Hall has lived in the Eastern European country for a year as a consultant for the Department of Justice training police. His new mission is to help those affected by the ongoing crisis. Hall is organizing efforts between the Bradley County Sheriff's Office and the Salvation Army to deliver needed supplies to the Ukrainian police. He said the country has had an overwhelming response of military volunteers and that people are more united now than ever before.
It's the most patriotic thing I've ever witnessed in my life. It's like what maybe 1774 was when we were trying to gain our independence, and this is kind of their moment to strike out and stay free.
You can drop off donations directly to the Bradley County Sheriff's Office or the Salvation Army downtown. The address and a link to their Amazon wish list is inside the Local 3 News app. A former employee of the Hamilton County District Attorney's Office is claiming the Chief of Staff has threatened to sue her. The Chief of Staff, Melidia Kluwell, is married to DA Neil Pinkston. Barbie Branham worked for the DA's office for 15 years and resigned in December. She commented on a Facebook post about the DA's office and their violation of the state's nepotism policy. In a group text initiated by another employee, Kluwell told Branham, "If you get a call from an unknown number, that will be a process server looking for you."
Basically intimidating me, saying if you keep talking, I'm going to sue you.
5 days after the text messages, Branham filed an incident report with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. We reached out to Melidia Kluwell for a comment and have not heard back yet. Kluwell is currently on paid leave following the office's nepotism violation. Last night, crews worked on a fire in the woods near Falling Water. It was visible from Highway 27 just south of the exit to 153. Dallas Bay and the State Division of Forestry were at the scene for hours. We're told no structures are in danger. Levi Cemetery has not been affected and no injuries have been reported. We will continue to follow this story as it develops. Today kicks off Color Chattanooga Pink Week. Mayor Tim Kelly says it's a way to show your support for the Mary Ellen Locher Breast Center. You are encouraged to wear pink. And when we come back on Local 3 News Weekend Today, Hamilton County schools are encouraging reading this week. We'll tell you how you can participate in a literacy festival today. Hamilton County Schools are hosting a family literacy festival today. Local 3's Caroline Corrigan has a preview.
These days, it seems like there is a gadget for everything, from video games to TikToks. It seems like books have taken a back seat. But Hamilton County school leaders are hoping to encourage reading with a family literacy festival this Saturday. Family and Engagement Coordinator Kate Skomberg says it's an opportunity for parents to learn more about how they can improve their students' literacy skills.
We know that parents are the first and the best teachers for our students, and so family engagement is one of our key priorities, and we really want to equip parents with the resources and information that they need to help their student be successful.
She says parents will be able to engage with educators on ways to help their children. For Sarah Payne, these events are crucial. She's a literacy professional development specialist for Hamilton County Schools.
You know, literacy is vital to a child's education, no matter what grade they're in.
She says it's important for students to achieve literacy proficiency by the 3rd grade.
We really want, kids and parents to engage in some sort of literacy every single day, not necessarily for a number of minutes, but whatever, they feel comfortable doing and what the child feels comfortable reading.
Kids will be able to play games and activities while parents sit down with some staff members. Saturday's festival will be held from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Northgate Mall. Reporting in Chattanooga, Caroline Corrigan, Local 3 News.
After the break on Local 3 News Weekend Today, got any plans this weekend? Angela Kim highlights a few nature and wellness events you may be interested in. Stay with us. This weekend, you can step outside and be in nature or stay indoors and learn about health. Local 3's Angela Kim has this week's 3 to get ready.
This weekend, you can find all types of events happening across the area. For starters, you can catch the Del Curry Band at the Caverns on Saturday, or come back and see the Mavericks with Sweet Lizzie the following day. Here in Chattanooga, learn a new sport every Saturday this month with Outdoor Chattanooga Disc Golf.
It's just a really good opportunity for people to get out and take a free introduction to disc golf clinic where we're going to teach them the fundamentals of throwing a disc, the rules of the game, and stuff like that.
Eric Hancock with Outdoor Chattanooga says anyone is eligible and all you need are closed-toed shoes and water.
So this is a very beginner course, so it'll be incredibly beginner friendly. Outdoor Chattanooga is going to provide all of the gear necessary, and that gear will be baskets and chains.
The statewide weed wrangle happens this Saturday. If you want to help find invasive plants, you can head to the weed wrangle hosted at the Hiawassee-Ocoee State Park in Polk County, or head to Fort Loudoun in Monroe County to help with the weed wrangle there. You can also head to the Etowah Depot Lawn and catch the Cousin Jake Tulloch Bluegrass Festival. Now, if you feel like doing something indoors, you can learn all about health, especially when it comes to the Black community at Saturday's Black Wellness Expo.
This event is open to everyone. So it's not specifically just inviting the Black community, but our focus on the panel will be the Black community.
And if you feel like seeing a show, head to the Tivoli for more of the Bobby Stone film series featuring the Defiant Ones and To Sir with Love on Sunday. For 3 to Get Ready, I'm Angela Kim.
And Bree Garner will be joining us in just a few moments to tell us more about the Black Wellness Expo event. Stay tuned. And now, Clay, it is nice out there. There's so many fun events going on. It's going to be a nice day. Let us know what we need to know about the weather.
Absolutely, Elise. It's going to be a really gorgeous weekend. Warm temperatures plus mostly sunny conditions for today. Temperatures, again, very mild this morning. 54 in Chattanooga, 52 in Atlanta. A little bit cooler off to the east. A little bit of a cool air wedge. Charlotte at 41. And locally, you can kind of tell where those cooler temperatures are located. Murphy right at 40 degrees. Pretty mild in Blue Ridge, but Cherokee County, you might want to grab a jacket. Same for Cleveland and Athens. A little cool this morning, but it is going to warm up very, very quickly as we go into the afternoon. Taking a look over downtown Chattanooga using our Holiday Inn cam. Some clouds around this morning. We're going to see quite a bit of cloud cover compared to the last couple of days, but still going to be a fair amount of sunshine as well. And temperatures later on, I mean, it is going to be a very nice spring-like day. 80 in Chattanooga, 77 in Athens, 75 in Murphy, 79 in Dalton, and 74 in Altamont. So overall, going to be very warm. In fact, we're on record watch here in Chattanooga. Forecast high 80 degrees, old record 80, which was set back in 1955. So an over a 60-year-old record could be in jeopardy as we move into the latter half of your Saturday. And check out our normal temperature. 61 degrees is our typical daytime high for March. We're going to be way above that this afternoon, nearly 20 degrees warmer than normal. And as for the radar, we're not going to be tracking any rain, so no need to look at the radar for more than 5 seconds. And as we kind of take a look at your futurecast, the weekend is going to be mainly dry. As we go into your Sunday, the clouds are going to increase, but most of the rain activity is actually going to stay over Middle Tennessee. So showers into Clarksville, Nashville, maybe even as far south as Murfreesboro going to be possible. Now we can't rule out a stray shower, especially into the Plateau, Grundy County, Van Buren, into northern Sequatchie. A shower possible Sunday, so don't be completely caught off guard, but overall we're going to stay dry. Going into Monday, that's when things get a little more interesting here in the Tennessee Valley. There's going to be a cold front approaching. We're going to have plenty of warm, moist air kind of sitting over the Tennessee Valley, and as this front pushes through, there's going to be enough lift along that frontal boundary to produce some pretty strong storms. In fact, we're going to have the potential for severe weather as we move into Monday, and we're getting closer to that peak season of severe weather. So we're going to have these systems moving through as the jet stream starts to dip to the south and things become a little more active. So we're going to watch Monday closely, and then we're going to clear out for Tuesday. It's going to turn cooler behind the front, and then another round of rain likely going to arrive, especially across North Georgia and portions of western North Carolina going into Wednesday morning and Tuesday night. So that's something we'll track out later in the week. And as for this first system that comes through Monday, generally right around 1/2 inch of rain. It's not going to be a complete washout, but the rain is going to come down pretty quickly as that front pushes through. And we're also tracking the potential for severe weather. A slight risk, that's a level 2 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center, and that includes our entire area, most of East Tennessee and all the way back towards Nashville and North Alabama. The main threat with this is going to be damaging straight line winds as this main front pushes through. So 60+ mile-per-hour gusts certainly going to be possible. That could take down some trees, so it's something we'll watch closely. Spin up tornado, not extremely likely with this system, but it is going to be a possibility. So we'll watch this closely, and of course we'll have full team coverage as we move into Monday. And the timing generally going to be in the early afternoon to early evening across Middle Tennessee, and then those storms shift into the Tennessee Valley from Dunlap to Dalton into Ellijay, Murphy, Athens between 4 and 11. Again, that time may change a little bit, but for now it looks like during the evening hours is going to be the most likely time frame for some of those stronger storms. And after this front pushes through, it's going to turn a lot cooler. We're going to be closer to average Tuesday and Wednesday before rebounding back into the mid-60s. So if you don't like the spring-like weather, it's going to be a lot cooler going into the middle of the week. And that's the overall pattern through the middle of March. Likely to see some cooler weather heading our way. In fact, next weekend, we could be dealing with temperatures back into the mid-20s during the overnight hours. So a hard freeze definitely going to be possible. So don't plan anything just yet, because winter not quite over, although we are getting closer and closer to official spring. Now for today, 80 degrees certainly is going to feel like spring. Partly cloudy, breezy, south winds at 10 to 15. Tonight, 57, partly cloudy and mild. And for your next 7 days, again, Monday is the day to be weather aware, and then we turn cooler with an active pattern continuing through next Friday.
After the break on Local 3 News Weekend today, the Chattanooga Mocs are getting closer to beginning play in the 2022 SoCon tournament. We'll check in with Ben Bobick, who's with the team in Asheville ahead of today's noon tip-off. After the break in sports.
Well, happy Saturday. It's the first full weekend of March. A lot going on across the Tennessee Valley, and we're going to have great weather. Temperatures right around 80 degrees, which is closing in on a record high for the day. Partly cloudy skies expected. It's also going to be quite breezy during the afternoon. South winds at 10 to 15, gusting to 20. Tonight, 57, partly cloudy and mild. Next 7 days shaping up like this. Strong storms possible Monday, and then we're going to stay active through next week. For the latest, download the Local 3 weather app. Have a super Saturday. Hello, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning.
Go UTC! Warren and Griffin cheers our men and women in Asheville. Warren and Griffin, your local 5-star law firm.
Welcome into sports and welcome back to beautiful Asheville, North Carolina, home of the 2022 Southern Conference Tournament. We'd love to be bringing you more coverage from the Mocs women's team, but their season ended in a valiant effort Thursday night. The Chattanooga men, though, still have everything in front of them. They tip off in the SoCon Tournament quarterfinals at noon on Saturday as they attempt to win 3 games in 3 days for their first Southern Conference Tournament title in 6 years. They were able to capture their first regular season conference crown in 6 years. And sure, this team has their fair share of stars, but it really was a complete effort because sure, we had those big efforts from the likes of Malachi Smith or David Jean-Baptiste, but it was those efforts off the bench from Avery Diggs, Josh Ianni, Grant Ledford going off at ETSU, or AJ Caldwell sinking another buzzer beater on the road. On paper, this team is built for the madness, and they'll need every bit of it.
We're built more for solid basketball, and then if one guy does go crazy, it normally yields itself. I mean, we ended up having a pretty good day on that day, but we're built more for just get a high-quality shot, spread it around, whoever does what, no one cares who shoots.
Our team dynamic is anyone can have a day, and we're confident in their abilities to do so. It's whatever the mismatch is or whatever the like whoever's hot that day necessarily.
You can also sense a little redemption from the Mocs. A lot of these guys have been here before, but a lot also had their opportunities taken away. Guys like Darius Banks, who's never really been on a team that's competed for championships. Silvio De Sosa, finally being back in college basketball and making the very most of it all. And of course, Malachi Smith, who had to redshirt his first time to Asheville. And then last year, he and Banks having to miss the tournament due to COVID issues. It's something Smith has thought about every single day.
The field started in the off season, you know. I felt like an opportunity got taken away from me, so I knew that when this opportunity came back around, I was going to make the most of it. And we're almost there. We got the first part done, and we got one more part left. But I've been speaking this since the season ended. I was like, when I get my chance, and when we get our chance as a team to be fully healthy, like we're going to show what we can do.
Now, if you remember on Thursday, the Mocs women were game 4 of 4, the last of the day. The Mocs men on Saturday, the very first of the day, a noon tip. We can't wait. The Chattanooga Mocs looking to bring home a Southern Conference Tournament title. We're going to be here for it all. Full coverage again on Saturday, all day, 6 and 11, hopefully again on Sunday, and hopefully again on Monday. But one game at a time. It starts on Saturday at noon for the Chattanooga Mocs. Reporting from Asheville, Ben Bobick, Local 3 Sports.
Thank you, Ben. When we come back on Local 3 News Weekend today, Riverbend returns to the Scenic City this year, and the organizers are in need of some help. We'll tell you how you can help in just 2 minutes. Okay, great. Bree, Leah, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hey, ladies, thank you so much for joining us, of course, today. I appreciate you sitting through the newscast currently. How's that? Is that helping? I could shout. It sounds like I'm talking across the room. I am, yes. That's actually accurate. But Trey is going to help us, so let's see. All right. I don't want to go through our interview content yet because I want it to be fresh. But are you guys excited, of course?
40 seconds.
All right, thank you, Trey. The city's favorite Riverbend Festival will return this summer, but organizers are requesting your help.
And it's a mild start. Going to be even warmer this afternoon. Temperatures back near 80 degrees. Going to be a great weekend. I'll have the full forecast coming up.
A new police chief says she's ready to get to know the scenic city. If confirmed by the city council, she'll make history.
This is Local 3 News, Weekend Today.
Good Saturday morning, everyone, and thanks again for starting your morning here with us on Local 3 News Weekend Today. I'm Elise Zwick.
And I'm Clay Smith. Good morning, happy Saturday. And Elise, it's the first full weekend of March, and it's going to be great.
It was awesome the last 2 days, and you said it's going to look really good.
Yeah, it's just going to carry over into your weekend. We had some really nice weather this past week, and that's just going to continue through Sunday. Now, temperatures are mild this morning, 54 in Chattanooga, a little bit cooler off to the east, and that's certainly the story in Murphy this morning. If you're in Cherokee County, temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s, so you might want to have that jacket on hand before heading out. 45 in Cleveland and Dayton. So outside of the city, especially east of I-75, it is a little cooler. And in our western communities, temperatures in a very comfortable mid-50s. So, you know, overall, it's going to be a really nice day. I can't say that enough. Downtown Chattanooga, taking a look towards the Tennessee Aquarium using our Holiday Inn cam. You can see the sun is now up, some clouds out there, but also going to be a lot of sunshine for those Saturday activities. 69 by noon, 79 by 3 o'clock. So as you can tell, it's going to warm up quite quickly. Our record for the day is 80 degrees. So we're going to be pretty close to that, especially later on today in and around the city. A little bit cooler outside of the city into Dayton, Athens, Cleveland, but still upper 70s. Very nice, relatively low humidity and a nice breeze out of the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So again, it's going to be warm and breezy this weekend. Potential for daily record highs both Saturday and Sunday. Then it'll cool down next week, and we're also going to be tracking the potential for strong storms as we move into your Monday. So we'll track out the timing on that coming up with your full forecast here in about 15 minutes, Elise.
Thank you, Clay. And switching gears now. Ukrainian authorities have released video from inside the control room at the nuclear power plant that caught fire following an attack by Russian troops. Europe's largest nuclear plant was taken over by Russian forces late Thursday. A U.S. Department of Energy official said Friday that sensors around the plant are not indicating any radiation leakage. A village near Kyiv is destroyed after it was hit by a Russian air raid. Aerials over Bashiv village show the widespread devastation to the area. The village was attacked Thursday night. Video shot yesterday shows damaged residential buildings and burned vehicles. Russian military officials are denying they targeted the residential areas in Ukraine. The Ukrainian prosecutor's office is launching a criminal investigation into the attack. In just 3 months, Chattanooga's Riverbend Festival returns after a 2-year pandemic-forced absence, and volunteers are needed to get the show back up and running. If you volunteer for at least 8 hours, you get free parking, a wristband, and much more. Festival organizers say it'll be worth your time.
It's a great experience because you're part of an event that has been part of Chattanooga for 38 years. And so it gives you the opportunity to give back to the community. You enjoy music, but yet an opportunity to give back to our community with an event like Riverbend.
If you're willing to help out, visit local3news.com to learn how to volunteer. Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly's choice for police chief Celeste Murphy says she's ready to get started. If confirmed by the city council on March 15th, she'll make history as the city's first black female police chief. Our Meredith Aldis has more on her plans.
Celeste Murphy tells me you'll see her around, visible in the community and developing relationships.
That it was about community service, about public service, about helping people.
Celeste Murphy says her interest in law enforcement started early. As a child, she'd listened to stories from family members out in the field. After about 27 years on the force in Atlanta, she may just be leading her own department in Chattanooga.
Coming up as an officer, some of the things that, I wish that I saw in a supervisor, and I wanted to be that for other people.
Murphy says she hopes to continue that in this role too, educating, mentoring, and caring for people. She says she's worked her entire career to get to this moment, rising through the ranks in the different divisions she's worked in.
I made sure that I did everything strategically and intentionally so that no one can take away from me what I did to get this job.
Murphy says while the city was determining if she was the right person for Chattanooga, she was also making sure it was the right place for her.
I traveled here, I visited, looked around, checked on things to see how it would suit my lifestyle, and it just worked perfect for me.
Murphy says she'll always commit 100% to our community. She says once she's moved in, she plans to meet the department and then get out in the community and get to know her neighbors.
They're going to see that I did everything I could to try. I don't give up easily.
And some fun facts about Murphy. She says she's a documentary buff, likes reading about history and different cultures. She's vegan, and her favorite place that she's visited so far in Chattanooga is Lookout Mountain. Reporting in Chattanooga, Meredith Aldis, Local 3 News.
Murphy is likely to be approved by the City Council on March 15th. Her official start date will be announced at a later time. The beloved Bradley County Canine Joker, who was shot last year in the line of duty, was recognized for his service at the Tennessee General Assembly yesterday. It all began when a group of students from Cleveland State started a petition to make it a Class B felony to assault any law enforcement animal. After gaining statewide attention, the Criminal Justice Committee passed Joker's Law last month. That bill will move to the General Assembly next for a vote.
Eduardo kind of texted me and said, guess what? You won't believe it, but they took the feeding tube out and they've got him eating soft food. From that day forward, no matter what Joker was, we at the Sheriff's Office was going to take care of him because he was one of us.
Joker is now back in Bradley County, where he will continue to serve the people. And you may remember Bentley. We told you about him in February. He was found wounded in the woods and taken into McCamey's care, where they amputated one of his legs. Bentley has now been adopted, and we're told he is running around like nothing ever even happened to him. And when we come back on Weekend Today, today is a day of wellness. Up next, we'll be joined by the coordinators of the Chattanooga Black Wellness Expo event happening today. Stay with us. Oh, that's me coming. Oh, okay, it's so they can hear me. You got me, ladies? Does that help? No? Yes? Maybe? Can you hear me now, ladies? Will I be able to hear them? How about now? Okay, I can hear you now. Okay, great. Thank you for your patience as we work out our technical difficulties at 7 a.m. And Leah, I love how you spell your name. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Yeah. Jelena, will you wrap me? Okay. Okay. So I'll get as much as I can. Today is a day of wellness. The Chattanooga Black Wellness Expo is a conference and fitness event discussing the importance of wellness to local Black youth and adult communities. Today, I am joined with the coordinators Bree Gardner and Leah Kimbrough to find out more about this event. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
It's a big day for you guys today. Can you tell us what the Chattanooga Black Wellness Expo is all about, and how did you both come up with it?
Yes, so the Chattanooga Black Wellness Expo is a conference and health and wellness fair that will be highlighting different aspects of the Black community, what we struggle with, provide different resources for the Black community, because we do have more of a struggle than some. So it's providing a platform to provide resources for everyone.
And why is this so important, the struggle that you discuss? Why do you feel this is so important to the Black community?
It's important because some people feel like they can't talk to their care providers. So this is a chance for, like, when you come in, you're going to walk into wellness professionals, wellness experts, and this is your chance to ask questions. Sometimes people can feel intimidated when it comes to wellness and health, and especially in the Black community, because there's a lot of people who aren't without health insurance or just can't find that primary care provider that's right for them. There's not many care providers that look like us. So
Right.
This is very important for that.
Absolutely. And what vendors and speakers can we expect at this event?
So we have several huge community advocates and business owners here. We have Kenny Henderson of Nothing But Net. We have Troy Rogers, Public Safety Coordinator for the City of Chattanooga. We also have Montrell Beasley. He's currently running for Commissioner of District 11. Miss Shawana Kendrick, she's over the H2O program as well as Project Runway. We have Olivia Armour. She is a personal trainer and coordinator of her STEP class. And we have Miss Cheryl Howe of Nature Solution.
And talk to us about the fitness portion of this. Will you actually have fitness classes going on today as well?
Yes. So after the conference, so we're going to begin the wellness event at Wellness Expo with a conference. So we have a women's panel first, then the men's panel starting at 11. So women's panel starting at 10, then 11. Break to explore the local vendors, get some lunch, and then our fitness classes will begin at 1 p.m. We will first begin with Olivia's step class, extreme hip hop, and that starts at 1, and then boxing with Breeze, myself, at 1:30.
That sounds like an awesome day. Great weather. And of course, where can we find more information about this? And do you also continue or think that it will continue in the years to come?
Oh, okay. It definitely is something that we want to continue on a yearly basis, especially with so much positive reinforcement and so much support behind us for this event. It's definitely something that we are looking forward to next year. I've even had some people already putting in requests for next year and suggesting us different topics for next year. So that's definitely something that is in the works. But as far as today, they could find more information on our Facebook page, the Chattanooga Black Wellness Expo. If they have any questions, if anyone have any questions, you can contact myself, Bree Garner, or Leah Kimbrough on Facebook, or Bree's Sports Recovery Therapy Facebook.